Well, ladies and gentlemen, another day and another Unbroken UA action brought to you by none other than ESEL. It's going to be me, Scared Yet, and soon alongside on the desk, we will be joined up by Mio as well on that road. But once we move on to that one, we've got a few things up to look forward to, and that's going to be the matchups which we will have today. See you next taking on Boards Gaming. Boards Gaming F will take on Boards Valkyries. So it's a Boards Fest out there. And then we move on to Falcons Vega taking on Foot Esports and Manticore versus Itami. Now, all of these teams have been playing in the Unbroken UA people. And again, this is an entire event where it combines both the male roster, the female roster. The males compete against males, the females compete against females. And right now, we've got the boys up and ready from the side of Unix. Lager, Suli, Pomelo, Miko, and Yukasa. Super fired up to face none other than one of the toughest rosters in Europe, Pelmetronio, Boborusik, Leave Me, Rise, as well as God Believer. We've already seen what this entire roster can do. So, yeah, I mean, they're kind of no strangers out there on this competitive scene with the way how things have been going. Top tier team out here, always been performing. One big thing is that they've been kind of having a fun time in their own rosters out there. And guess what? Who decided to show up this time around? It's gonna be Mio, my man. I hope you can hear me. You can hear me.
I do hear you. I do hear you. Obviously, I do hear you.
Perfect.
And sorry, guys, I came a bit late. I guess I know my bad. I'm sorry, but at least I came to cast with my man Skirt and some actually interesting matches we have today. And actually, especially one of them is I would say an MWI leaked match today. So interesting match to
Yep.
see today. And actually, just wanna say something that this is the first time I'm gonna cast with my man Skirt on ESEL. So that feels a bit special
Yeah.
already to me, huh?
I totally agree. I mean, yeah, it's the first time that we're on the desk here, and guess what? We are being treated with Unix versus Boards Gaming. Mio, you've been also following the scene for a
Mm-hmm.
pretty long time right now. There's just been a slight change in the roster of Unix. Most of them still exactly the
Mm-hmm.
same. Boards Gaming, no changes
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever. We've been seeing their performance all throughout. Even last week as well, we saw Boards Gaming play up against Itami, and they had a pretty dominating win
Mm-hmm.
even though they were not playing their main roles. Like everyone switched that up. You next on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
they were kind of on the struggling end against Manticore. They did lose that game. And considering we are moving towards the end of the Unbroken UA, I think so. This is about time that teams pull their socks up.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be honest, I just want to say something about Unext and also Boards Gaming. The thing about Unext and Boards Gaming that they played together before, and guess what? Unext
Yep.
won against Boards Gaming in a surprise, and Lugger was the gold lane.
Mm.
Also, it's not just about that. Like they made a new player who was already a gold laner to play jungle, and he like it was like
Yeah.
a surprise that he won against them. And I was like saying to Ellis that time, then, like he was like shocked. Also, I told him
Hmm.
always Lugger do these kind of surprises. He always like yes, sometimes he have some up and downs in his performance with against like for example other teams, but when it comes to big
Yeah.
teams like the big matches he always performs. So that's what I'm guessing today, that even though yeah like Boards Gaming right now is gonna be like so hungry for the win and like do you wanna get that revenge, you get me? But I believe also like Lugger is always in these kind of matches always perform. So interesting match to see,
True.
and like the revenge, I want to see the revenge for Boards Gaming. And as you said, will they play with the same like changing the rules and all of that, or I don't know.
Yeah. No, we'll eventually see how that happens, right? Again, exactly the same roster, no changes here. Miko, Lager, Yukasa, Sargin, Suli out here onto that blue side. On the other side, we've got Boards Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, Pilmetronio, Rice, Bobarusek, God Believer, and Leave
Ooh,
Me. Don't get confused by that name, Seladala.
you I'm not confused about the name actually. I'm just confused about Ikasa. He's wearing something really special already in front of
Are
the camera.
those slime eyes? Oh my god, that one. You talk about him. Did you look at Miko? Did you look at him?
Yeah, what? He's playing a counter strike. Wow, okay. That's actually so cool. Damn, he is so showing us. He's
He's
also
a
showing
Viking.
us what he has, man. He has already a
He's a
collection
Viking.
in his own. Yep. He has already a collection. He's after that he's gonna already go on a war. So, I mean, let's see what's gonna happen. But it's gonna be Boris Gaming was gonna be the first pick, but Ipan Zuxina will be our first pick. Or no, wait, it's actually Unix who are first pick, but they didn't ban. I think I told yeah.
Yeah, kind of missed out on that one though. But I think so they were too busy looking at how each other were, kind of having that Halloween costume wear competition out all the way in the middle of the year. But out here right now, again, banning out the Marcel, straight up, understandable. Jushin on the side of Boers, no problems there whatsoever. I think so. The meta is still going to remain the same, right? I believe we've had slight changes into the game. We'll get a confirmation on that as well, side by side, though. But most of the things have remained the same out here. But now my main focus is how many
Mm-hmm.
of those respect bans will we eventually see? A Fanny being banned out, though. I don't know if Leave Me really likes to play a lot of Fanny or not.
Well, we do see before, like I saw before, leave me playing Fanny. It's not like something it didn't happen. It did, but what I see always is like the prefer the Harley, prefer the Suyo, prefer the Lemur, they prefer like all of these kind of junglers more than the Fanny. But we can see already Apakito is gonna be the last band for Boris Gaming. Again, it's you next, and I'm guessing you next. I mean, there's a Marcel, there's what is also open? Marcel, Harith. What else? Is there anything else?
I mean, Marcel has been taken care of. Harith, yes, I kind
Oh,
of
sorry.
agree.
Okay, guys, I'm blind. I'm blind. My bad. My
It's fine. It's fine.
bad.
You hear it always. Don't worry about it, my man. It happens. It's all right. It's okay. You mentioned about the Harley though. Definitely the prior pick out coming in from you next. And the answer that I'd really want to look at is probably a Hilda. Maybe at the R3 you want to lock in your Leo mod. So for that you
Mm-hmm.
need to get a few setups as well side by side. Maybe you lock in the Phobius just to deny the Phobius on the other side because he's a straightforward counter to Leo. So I think so.
Yeah.
A Hilda Phobius might actually be a decent opening for Boris.
Well, Aphovis is really good to be honest in Hilda, but I'm guessing about the Harith. Like, I don't think they're gonna go for Harith since they have already Harley on the other side. But do you go with the Valentina? I mean, God believer on the Valentina. He's proven himself that maybe he's the best Valentina in Europe.
I mean, I kind of say that he's technically the best mage in Europe, or rather the
Mm-hmm.
best mid laner in Europe. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that.
I agree with
I
that
like
too.
that strong
Mm-hmm.
opening. And they did retain the Hilda, so just to have that early presence. Now to counter that mid explosive duo,
Mm-hmm.
you need something that can sustain a lot. Maybe you can go with the Khalid
Aphovis.
just to have the
I mean,
same
Aphovis is still
pressure.
there. Yeah.
It is though, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
they're gonna go Roman mid as well out here, or maybe a Roman gold. This could very well be the Hylos Harith.
Ooh. They still did
Yep.
go Harith, even if they hope to have the Harley. But what about the Phobius though? I feel he's really strong. But no, they didn't go for the Phobius, they go for the Alice. Which is makes me confused a bit. I mean, they needed someone on XP that can do some physical damage. And going for the Alice, that makes you like having full magic damage. And I don't know, like what's gonna be the reply for Unix about that? Like having three magic damage players, and obviously in mage they're gonna take a mid lane who does magic damage as well. So who's gonna be the physical? They're gonna go Hilkartrum or what?
Yeah, I mean maybe a Khalid Roman coming though. But out here, Boars, they should definitely kind of lock in the Leomord. If,
Um,
if
he is good, yeah.
Leomord.
The Limerick is good. I mean, we've seen always. Ooh, okay. Atlas. Atlas as a third pick. Well, that's kind of special.
They're
To
just
see him
they're having
against the
fun, bro.
Harley.
Don't focus too much on this. Trust me, they're having fun.
I mean, health is gonna be the XP in that kind of situation. But listen, I wanna say something. So last match between these two teams, it was the same thing that I felt that boys gaming are not really giving like that match like the match a lot of attention. Like they were just also having fun and all of that. And then you next, like when they saw the opportunity, the mistakes they do, that they are having fun and it's okay for them, they punished them right away and they took the win. So I don't know, like doing the same mistake I don't know what is really the type of board gaming. I mean, obviously they are one of the best teams in Europe, but sometimes underestimating your enemy too much will maybe lead you to lose.
I mean, considering Pelmetronio is playing the Valentina, Rise is playing the EXP.
Yeah. Well, it can happen, right? Maybe. I mean, it happened before. I'm just saying that because it happened before. So why it not? Why not? It's gonna happen again. You know. I mean, we can see already. Kacha Kalia is also the bans. For you next rumors. So Akalit, yeah.
Does seem to be the main idea. It's also the fact that boards game are kind of pushing a Khalid roam onto you next. They can't really go for anything magic. No Gato. I know, as cool as it sounds, you rightfully mentioned that they do need something with the physical damage out here. So I am kind of expecting the Khalid. Oh, heck no.
Okay,
You gotta be trolling me, Yukasa, if you pick that. You gotta be trolling me if you pick that.
I mean, I don't understand
pick
why.
a Valier. Pick a Valier, make a Genius one.
I mean, he's thinking about Veil or Cyclops, so we're already gonna see a surprise by Miko. My man cannot really see the pics from the what's the name of it? Like the thing he wears on his head. I forgot the name.
Oh my god. It was right in my head. Huh?
Also me, I forgot.
Kadita Rome? Nah, never mind. Alright.
What? Okay. Franco Kimi. So picking Franco against Atlas, I mean, before, like back at the day, like 2-3 years, for example, when Franco and Atlas were meta, it was always Franco, like he can flicker out the Atlas or hook him, always like just target him so he will not do any kind of problems to his teammates. But I don't know, I mean, you're picking full magic damage, 4 magic damage players. If Atlas just go Athena Radiant, I think it's gonna be possible.
I'm telling you, man. Genius Wand stonks. It's gonna be one of the high stakes item out there in this game for you next. And on the other side, as I said, Radiant Armor stonks for Boards Gaming though. Both the lineup look pretty solid, but I'm kind of leaning towards Boards Gaming as well, just because of how mix and match they have done for the physical as well as the magic. You've got Lancelot Moskov, along with obviously the Valentina. And technically Atlas a little bit though, but most of it is still physical out there, ladies and gentlemen. We are hopping into the land of dawn out there. You are watching the Unbroken UA, brought to you by ESEL. You next, taking on Boards Gaming. It is best of one.
Well, we can see already on the side of Boards Gaming, 3 of Boards Gaming players already on the blue buff trying to help God Believer. God Believer is playing the jungle. I've obviously been returning on the mid, and leave me on the Atlas. Really strange. But you can see they really did a lot of poke on Miko. Miko getting back with the first kill. I don't know, but also I want to say something about Rise on the XP. He's playing Hilda Sprint.
I mean, kind of understandable since you've got the EX before Hilda.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. That was too fast. That was too fast. Yeah.
Indeed. And again, that's the early burst coming in from Boards Gaming, right? Instantly, you know, Yukasa will be running on that support emblem. You need those flickers early on. You cannot have those 120-second long cooldowns out.
Yeah, look
and
at
also he'll.
It's so cool.
Oh no! Yukasa, you did not. Yukasa, you did not. Not the stun targets.
I mean, I didn't really see what Yukasa did. I just focused on Miko's thing that he's wearing. But we can see already Miko using the flicker. Maybe he didn't see that Atlas did go on him from the thing that he's wearing. So it's really funny that I really like this, bro. This is so cool, to be honest.
My main question is, how can he even see the screen of his phone?
Yeah, that's why I'm just mentioning about maybe he's not seeing the waves or.
I genuinely want to know how much do you see with those sharding on of yours, because that ain't no vision provider out there. Though again, Miko gets that immobilized on to leave me, and there's no major problem with it, right? He's fine. Yeah, doesn't really have the fatal links or anything available right now. You guys are kind of mixed out on that hook again. Pelmetronio zoning him, while God Believer simply picks up another turtle. The action isn't happening.
Well, it didn't happen at all because Harley got zoned, but you can see Miko's already getting flickered by God Believer. Not Pelmitroni, sorry, not God Believer. And Atlas as well. He has get taken down, but Sully takes a kill on him and also Pelmitronio. I don't think it's worth it using two flickers to just kill one person, but both of you died for that.
Yeah, I mean, kind of an overcommitment out there coming in, but it's absolutely fine. We clearly saw that
Ooh.
they instantly went into that bush right now. The main win condition for Boards Gaming either ways is Boba Rusik on the gold.
Oh, Sully doesn't have a second skill. He's getting already chased by God Believer and Pelmitronio on that bot side, and God Believer is already maybe gonna catch him with going with his ulti second skill, and he was so close to catch him, but he runs away. Sully with a really good health play, I would say, to escape, but held this somehow killed Alice 1v1.
And that over the winners were there. That's a big play out there with the Fatal Link as
Oh,
well.
Miko.
Miko will not have any place to run. That armor can't really save you in the game itself as he goes in 1, 2, and 1, which is kind of tough.
Well, we can see already Atlas is going top lane, trying to help Rusik on the top side. Yukasa is already being visioned. He's looking that he's in a really tough position. He has only flicker that he can escape with, and yes,
SOD?
he does get back. No, he didn't get back, and SOD takes him down. Lugger is trying to maybe take some revenge or something, but the material already in the top lane. He's trying to annoy him, doing the first, second skill, but already Luggers get back, and I feel that you next are not really playing together. Like I didn't really see like a combo, for example, between Franco, Harley, and Kimi. Like I don't know, man. Yeah, you have all full magic damage in the early game, but it's like if you don't win the early, like enemy will buy a lot of defenses, and then it's gonna be really hard for you to do something.
It just feels like that they're all playing individually, as you rightfully mentioned, Mio. I'll concur with you on that point. They're just having fun. That's what I would like to think. Especially down in the bottom lane where Rise is playing, winning out the lane. Out there we go the Phantom Execution on the face as Sully tries to
Ooh,
run away with a
nice.
hat trick though. Nice positioning as God Believer. Kind of missed out onto that Thorn Rose. Rise is going to run away. Again, a bit of a frontlining provided by Sargent.
Miko already-
That's not just enough
Miko.
to help you out. Lovely
Ooh.
bloody hunt onto God
Look at God
Believer
Believer.
as he just punctures out of the harm's way thanks to the minions. Hop back in to try and claim another, but it's Rise to get a double. Wants the triple. Sargent does have the blood oath, so he will get some HP back. But again, Bush is where Rise thrives. That is
Rise.
where he's absolutely
Ooh.
healthy, though. Deadly
Shut
magic
down.
onto the face. Finally, Sargent takes him down.
Well, a shutdown has been taken on Rise on the bot lane, and Harith also took the top lane. So I don't know if it's that good, but I mean they're still trying to do something, even though maybe the draft is not really helping them that much. And anti-heal is already being pulled by Kimi, and Flicker is being done by Pelmitronio ulti already from Selidala on Atlas, and he's trying to take down Miko, but he couldn't really take him down. Pelmitronio has no mana to follow him up, and it's looking like the goal difference between the two teams are getting short. Oh, Sully was just got his HP melted by Hades damage.
Yeah, the Blade of Hypnosis, so that's there for you.
Yeah, that's too hard,
I
man.
think so. Yeah, I think so. He has completed the Blade of Hypnosis with the amount of damage. But I would not be surprised. Lager is playing from Australia, but I would
What?
not be surprised if
He's Spider-Man, man. Like that Lager is Spider-Man. He's just in the roof already and playing. That's like a superpower already.
he's upside down. That's why I said it. that's the meme going around everywhere, bro. Oh, that kind of landed well. On the other side, though, yeah. Again, that is an insane burst right now. Pelmetronio picks up the bloody HUD. Now he's the
Ooh.
Franco.
Okay. Well, I mean, he has to do that since there is not much ultis that he can use, maybe just the Alice. But you can see already an SOD on Kimi. Meko gets back once he saw that SOD on him. We can see Boris Gaming, 4 players of Boris Gaming are already in the top lane. Yukasa is in a really tough position. Meko is trying to get back, but I think it's gonna, ooh, a really good flicker. He runs from
Yep.
Atlas ulti and get back safely, but till now, Boris Gaming are winning on the Golden Front by just 1k, but I think that third turtle will really decide who's gonna control the whole tempo. Oh,
Oh,
Pelmetronio?
yeah.
He just died? Ooh,
For now,
Sully just got
Sully-
down Pelmetronio. This is really shocking. I mean, and just take him down that easy. And Pimituri didn't have flicker. We can see ulti on already Atlas with the passive of Atlas. He just cancelled the ulti of Franco somehow. And look at the game right now. It's looking like Boards Gaming gonna take a free turtle, and also on the bot lane, it's not gonna be easy for Lugger. He's getting already pushed by two people, and he's still gonna use the purify, but it's not enough. Miko's trying to help. Rise already going to zone them, but I don't know, man. Boards are winning everything now on the map.
Yeah, again, Babarusik is getting activated onto the Moscow as well. There we
Ooh.
go. Flicker into the Fatal Links on the face. A good hook as Babarusik gets pulled off in the tower right now. And the Thorn of going to stop Sela along with Rise. Nowhere for Limi to run though, but he instantly pops out of the main body. That Octopus is pretty sleeky out there in the river, especially Sargon tries to sustain through it all. Babarusik tries to get some HP back as well with a creep, and Rise will make sure that Sargon is punished for his overcommitment. What a nasty hook into the bloody heart.
The
And
hook,
ain't
man.
no Atlas passive to save the life of Rise.
Already Miko's trying to get killed by Pimetroni. Pimetroni used the flicker ulti, and Franco saves him with the hook. The savior Yukasa is saving Miko. It should be Miko who should save him, especially with the thing that he already wear on his head. But it's obviously the opposite. Yukasa with the hook just saves Miko. And the game, look at the farm. I mean, at some point, you felt like Boys Gaming taking bot, taking turtle, taking everything on the map. But look at the goal difference now. Still 1k only. That you next, even with the full magic lineup, you still can make it back.
Just because they're
Okay,
playing
Atlas.
Yeah,
Atlas
Fatal
already
Links
ulted,
onto the
trying
face.
to
Suli
kill Suli.
bursted. That's a big
Suli
burst
just
on
got
him.
hurt. Yeah, he got bursted already. Rise also gets punished as a trade for that. Natas going with no ulti and SOD on Miko. Miko's in a really tough position. Rusik is already going to Franco. No, wait, this is also Alice, my bad. He got already for Alice, and Alice gets back, but still God Believer is trying to chase Sergeant. Atos with also with the second skill, trying to give him the passive, and he does take him, but still Franco Yukasa is trying to hook. You God Believer just won with the low HP. And Atlas ulti on Miko, he takes him down, but he also dies for it. Yukasa with the freeze, trying to dodge Metronio and Rusik, but it's not enough. Lager can still thank him, by the way.
Pelmetronio seems to be in trouble right now, again with a bloody hunt onto the face, as well as Babarusik now wants to
Ooh.
retaliate with a double of his own. Lucky for Suri as he did not press the issue further, but maybe he isn't that lucky right now. God Believer wants to chase him down along
Sule?
with Rise. No more hat trick for him to run away, and there we go. On to the face, along with the Lord as well
Well,
being started by Babarusik.
well, that when I see the Hilda like just ulting on someone, I feel like she's like smashing something. Like she made him a mozzarella already, but it's really sad because Sully on the performance on the Harley, he's trying his best when it comes to the damage. I mean, he does do damage on Filmetronio, and he did pick him off a lot of times, but. Okay, look at Ran right now. Yukasa is getting picked off. He has no flicker. He's gonna be already the end of him. Rise. What God Believer is already getting picked off in the mid lane by Miko's damage, and already can spin Metroni with the Franco ulti, trying to take down Logger, and he does get taken down. Even with the Harley ult, look at Rise, his HP is not going down at all. Even with Harley's damage, that all like I can see, as we explained, scared that just Radiant and Asana is gonna be really tough for you next.
And they've also added Chastise Pauldron into the mix right now.
Yeah.
So Boards Gaming
Okay.
just adding salt on top of the wounds to make sure that even Lager is not able to have his own fun time out there. Thanks for the Holy Shield, the mid inhibitor keeps on standing at least for now, and considering the waves were not really synced properly, they'll be able to get the defense in. But the problem is now that they're all caged together.
Ooh.
We saw that
okay.
goal need to be off around 1, but now it's 3.
Ooh, a really good Atlas ulti trying to take Lager Purify and Franco down. Rusik is already with his damage trying to take Lager down. Dragonline he's trying to get back. Rise already missed on his kills, but he takes Kimi down, and instead of the Harith, at least Rusik with his damage, he has no more mana, but he's trying to take down Soli. God Believer in the mid lane. He's trying also to take them the inhibitor, and it's not looking good for you next.
Solid Fatal Links onto the face. just to make sure you get one more too. And also with the conceal, he's just able to run out of the harm's way. Sargin now up on the face. No more passive available. And that's why God
Ooh.
Believer and Bobarusik jumping in. An
Oh, really good hook.
amazing hook. But the Spear of Misery eventually saving the life thanks to that Winter Crown.
Oh
Yukasa
my god,
just
no.
outplayed the
No.
entire team of Boars Gaming.
Yukasa saying to Miko, I am wearing the real helmet, not you, man. Saving the game again right now and making Unix have a chance to come back to the match. I mean, also the goal difference is nothing right now. Still, Unix have the chance to come back. But I want to say something, also scared, that the last game that UNX played against Boards Gaming, okay, it was the same like this. That Boards Gaming were winning everything, and these kind of shutdowns that UNX are taking on Boards Gaming made them come back to the match. So I'm just wondering now, is it gonna be the same thing? Because till now, I'm really shocked, but it's the same scenario.
It is, it is. There have been a couple of moments for Yukasa's hook, which you would really hope are not really shown on the stream. Because those have been tough. Some unmoving targets and he kind of messed up onto those hooks out there. But alright, apart from that, everything else seems to be up in place right now. His ultimate along with the Winter Crowns have been good. But a fight up in mid should be a-okay.
But we can see already Sully's getting taken down. And it's not gonna be really easy for Unix to try to contest that load, but already Yukasa's trying to ult someone on the bot lane. He's trying to ult Rise, but it's not enough. And Metronio using already the flicker to take down Kimmy, take down Miko. He still be alive from the Atlas ulti. Rusik with the SOD helps his team to take down also Sergeant between 4 and 5 players of course gaming. It's not gonna be easy, man. It's not gonna be also. There's not gonna be an escape for you to run from 5 players of course gaming. Lugger is already getting hit by Filmetronia and Rusik, and it's gonna be probably over. It's just Sully alone in just 1 second right now is gonna respawn maybe with Miko. They're gonna maybe try to defend, but we can see already the recalls, man. Like look what's happening already in the mid lane.
Oh wow, almost an outplay opportunity out there as God Believer falls. Pelmetronia still surviving, but the crystal will be targeted. As Miko in the Spartan armor cannot really anticipate what happened, and I'm pretty sure now that he takes it off,
Yeah, we saw him.
he'll be able to see better. that was funny. I would not lie. Yeah, it was kind of fun. But I really want to have his vision of what he was able to see through that helmet. But it's fine out there. Everyone was having fun. Bob Rossi gets the MVP for that game as well, completing the Trinity. Yada yada yada. No genius one though. That is surprising.
Well, there's something you did ask for, so of course
I
they
mean,
will
there's
not
one.
really do.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's not really enough. But even if they go for Genius and Divine, I think it's gonna be pretty hard. Because bro, Radiant Athena, Oracle, you're just gonna buy anything called Magic Defense, and it's gonna be like already
True.
impossible. But to be honest, I think Meko, you have to ship to us. Me and Scared, 2 helmets, please. Chip it to us, bro. Like I don't mind. Just anywhere, even if you wanna chip it to Scared and then he give it to me, I don't mind, man. But it has to come. But to be honest, I think when it comes to the game, to the performance, uh, I mean, yeah, boards gaming still dominating, controlling the tempo of the match, all of that kind of things. But in a moment, I felt like Unix are gonna do it again. But in the end, like I think, yeah, boards gaming with the more experience and also just got what they want in the end. But look what we have right now. We have boards gaming female against boards Vac Cry. Interesting match with the same sponsors, but 2 different female teams. We can see already on boards gaming female roster Tori, Louis, Baphomet, Suksana, and Super Kayori. But you can go also with the Vac Cry one.
Yep, there we go. Boars, Valkyries, Kitone, Lunaris, Lover, Supra, Rio, and Muri out here again. Pretty solid lineup, both of these, but we have already seen successes of Boars Gaming F. And that's why I kind of feel that they are a little bit ahead in terms of this matchup. Last week, Boars Valkyries played up against FUT Esports. Now, that is one of the toughest matchups you can actually have. FUT Esports are absolutely top tier in terms of macros and micros. So, Boars Valkyries were, yes, kind of defeated in that one. Boars Gaming F, though, is again, they had a recent change. Normally, Celia was playing their gold lane, but it seems like now Super Kaori has replaced her. So, I want to see how well she gels up with their team. Because initially, when I saw all of them play together, it kind of felt a few
Mm-hmm.
things off, right? It did not really fit well together, so it was a little bit off. Right now, they're kind of trying to fix all those issues. So this might actually be a chance for Board's Valkyries to have a slight bit of an edge.
Well, I remember I mean, I don't know why I'm kind of lucky. It's like I cast today to the same match that I casted last time. So I'm a bit lucky. But I can also share this experience with you guys that the last match between Boards Gaming Female and Boards Cry, it ended with Boards Gaming Female winning the match. And unfortunately, it was like in a one sided way also. So I'm kind of thinking what's going to be Boards Gaming, Boards Cry, sorry, what's gonna be the reply to it? Because I remember they were giving the Freya to Boar's Gaming Female, and they had a lot of problems against her. Also, the Guinevere was also a problem to them. So I'm just thinking, will they just, I don't know, like think about this kind of things that kind of annoyed them on the last match they had together, or will they just go for another plan?
That's one thing which we have to look forward to right now. And to be honest, again, my eyes will be on the Boards Gaming F roster, especially Super Kaori. It's a role that she's trying to fulfill, and the shoes are pretty big. As Celia used to be one of the top carries for the team as well. Whenever things kind of went southwards, it was Luvia and Celia playing together that pushed the roster of Boards Gaming up forward. So Super Kaori has to fill in those shoes too, which was one of the big reasons for the successes of that roster. And yes,
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of facing a few issues out here as well right now. So, Boris Valkyries on the other side, you've kind of mentioned about how things went down with them previously. It is a tough matchup, yes, I agree. But I think
Mm-hmm.
so, as I said, I'm kind of leaning towards Boris Valkyries a little bit here, considering how they
Mm-hmm.
normally like to play around.
Well, the thing I would say about Bulls Cry is actually they do really good drafts. I mean, the last draft they had against, if I'm not wrong, it was against Foot or against, I think against Foot. They had a really,
Yeah,
no, not
fair.
against Foot, sorry, against Falcons Vega. They had really good draft, but in the end, they didn't really perform. Their early game is one of the things that they don't really use sometimes or take advantage of. So I'm just thinking also, I mean, that's what happened also with Boards Gaming Female, that the early game was so uh, dominated by Boards Gaming Female. So I'm just guessing will it be the same case or will it change? But you can see already Boards Gaming Female is going to be the first pick of that match. The blue team for on the left side. And hmm, Kovis, okay. Interesting.
Fair up. Yeah, fair, straightforward ban, no problems, understandable, pretty solid. Opens up the Leo mod as well as the Harriet. So all of
Mm-hmm.
those things kind of make sense. On the other side of the spectrum, though, now this is where things kind of get interesting. On the red side, how do you go in for the bans? You have banned out the Jushin right now. The Freya should potentially have been a ban though, but I want to see if that's in the hero pool of Super Kaori, if she likes to play with the Freya.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then we know that Luvia will eventually pick that up. That has been one of the strongest flex pick of Boar's Gaming F, so you do not want to let that one go through either. And a Marcel is always annoying. So Boar's Gaming F can kind of dictate the draft in how they want to have the first pick.
Well, we can see already Hardy is gonna be the second band for Boards Gaming Female, and Freya is gonna be the reply. Okay, okay, interesting. We were talking about the Freya already. That is one of the picks that always Boards Gaming Female use, and it was one of the main reasons that Boards Kai had a problem against them. But you can see a carry is gonna be the last band for Boards Gaming Female, and I guess on the right side it should be maybe a Marcel. So I don't know. I think Marcel is pretty good, especially with the combos that he can make with other heroes and the boards gaming female as well. That they have good synergy. That maybe Marcel is gonna be a bit annoying. So I think that's maybe gonna be the case. Do you have another guess?
I don't know, maybe a Paquito. There is a Harat though.
Ooh, yeah, Paquito actually Paquito also was a good band, but we already see a Harith is gonna be the last band for was by Cry and a Paquito. Maybe it's gonna be the reply. I mean, Paquito. Also Marcel. Okay, Paquito's gonna be the pick for boys gaming female, and I think on the other side is gonna be a Marcel. Also maybe is there anything else open? I don't notice. I don't see. Actually, it's just the Marcel. But the thing, the rest is like on jungle, maybe the Suyo and Leomor Diaz or oh yeah, Kalia actually. Kalia is open. Oh, Kalia or Marcel, yeah, you have to choose one, maybe. But mm, it really depends on boys vibe cry. But you can
Zetian is
see
a.
already
I feel
Zetian and
Zetian.
Suyo.
It's a bit too
Hmm.
early, but it's kind of understandable. You got the Celestial Ornament, so you have that one pushback capability towards Luvia. On the other side, you have picked up the Suyu into the jungle to try and fast clear those and move forward. But Marcel, as you rightfully mentioned, was let through, locked in by Sona, along with Famitsu locking in the Guinevere. This seems like a pretty solid wombo combo for now, at least.
You can see already. Guinevere is gonna be the third pick for boys gaming female, and I'm Marcel. And I already mentioned that you cannot give Marcel to boys gaming female. Boys gaming female are this kind of teams that they are really good with the synergy, and I don't know. I mean, the Zetian was too early, man, and also you gave the Marcel with Paquito. I mean, two prio picks for nothing in return. I don't think it's really a good choice.
Very risky trade, I agree. And on the
It
back
is
of
a really
it
risky
now,
one. Ooh,
looking at
Belleric.
the Bellin.
Okay.
It is an interesting choice
Well,
because a couple of them
hmm,
have to hop in to try and burst you down. So the Wrath
yeah.
of Dryad is going to be a big threat whenever you want to go for the dive. It will make Boards Gaming F double guess.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I do really like the plays that they can eventually make with the Golden Hour along with the snapshots too of Sona.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a much better priority over the neutral objectives along with having Fumitsu onto that Guinevere, which can literally just chain CCU into the Violet Requiem.
Well, we can see already also at Eve is gonna be the ban for boys very high, especially that they have Zetian and Belleric. So it's a really good ban in my opinion. And we can see on the other side it's an Alice. Well, Alice is really good when you combo it with the Zetian. Also, I think with the also Belleric is gonna be really annoying. A lot of stuns that can maybe give Force Gaming Female a hard time. But I feel when it comes to the Marcel, I mean, if they go Gord, I mean, Gord is so good now with Gord's gaming female. If they go Gord, I think, yeah, they didn't ban the Gord. So I think Gord is gonna be a really strong option with Gord's gaming female, and I'm just wondering what's gonna Gord's Valkyrie do about it if they go Gord.
Probably lock in a Yu Jong into that EX lane.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe something along the lines of an Arlet just to get that displacement in. But they prioritize the goal lane first and that to the Granger. It's
Well,
kind of is
okay.
understandable. You can pair up with Sona's Golden Hour if in case she catches one of her own teammate by mistake. So that could be something that Alicia can capitalize on. But you mentioned about the god, Mio, and we do see a
Mm-hmm.
god in the hands of Todi.
Well, Gord is a really strong mage when you play against tanky heroes like Belleric, Baksha, and also any just kind of combo that you have with a lot of CC. Gord is gonna be perfect with them. I mean, if you think about it, man, Marcel, whenever Gord, if they just see anybody on the map, they're gonna just I don't know, they're gonna just burst them right away. There is no way nobody can escape from that much of CC.
And just to top it all off perfectly, you lock in the Claude for Super Kaori. That's a lot of mobility as well, though I kind of want to see her on. You know what? Flicker does make sense. Yeah, you can mostly dodge around with the Ratho Dryad as well as the Dawn from S1 of Kitoni. So, with the Flicker, you'll have that extra range and maneuverability as well to try and catch Elisha when she'd go in for the Death Sonatas and try to reposition. Out to lock it all in. Well, there we go. There is going to be that
Ooh,
Yu Jong which we were
okay,
discussing.
okay. Well, scared why you were drafting for them, bro. I thought you're a caster. You should be, 50-50
I
from
mean,
both sides.
yeah, that's because you decided to draft for BG by saying God pick, huh? So I had to go for the other side just to be 50-50.
Well, okay, it makes sense. I cannot say anything, man, to counter this. It's already impossible.
See, back and forth, my man, back and forth though. But again, talk to me about both the drafts. Which one do you think is the best?
Well, I will take Boards Gaming female side because I feel they got much CC, they got two prior picks also on their side. And on the other side, they don't really have something that can really counter the combo that they got. I feel if one of them just get called, it's gonna be already over. But let's say maybe Boards Gaming Bakrai have already idea or a plan about dealing with that. But that's gonna be the second match of today's Broken UA tournament. Boards Gaming female against Boards Bakrai. Tell us also in the comments who do you think is gonna win, and also don't forget to join the Discord, all of the kind of stuff that belongs to ESEL, so we can keep making you guys tournaments, and also we can also bring you interesting matches to see all the time. And you can see already in the mid lane, Kitoni and Lunas Lovers. I mean, Lunas Lovers has no passive already.
Yeah, again, that's one of the first things that you do as a roamer. You instantly take that passive away from the Zetian, just so she does not have it up for the first turtle. And that's kind of the priority which Boards Gaming will eventually show against Lunaris, to make sure that passive is never up. But I do like this invade though.
Well, we can see already an invade on Boards Gaming female, but still it didn't really go in the way that they wanted. And Famitsu takes the beard down, and normally nothing really changed much, but Suyu is gonna take the lead on. Everything is going now pretty normal, but we can see a flicker already from Belleric will make him, feeling a bit back in the match, that maybe when he comes back in the mid lane and whenever it gets level 4, I think Belleric is gonna be really in danger.
That means no flicker for this first turtle as well. You take the passive away, you take the flicker away. That is a decent win for Boards Gaming F. The kind of ahead of the farm as well, right? So I don't really see any problems for them out here. It's just the fact that in the gold lane, we might potentially see Alicia have that advantage with the Granger. But as long as Kaori QT is playing her cards right, she will not lose the lane. If anything, she'll be able to out-rotate the Granger as well. Now those are something which I want to see her showcase in this game. On the other side of the spectrum, Sona.
Sona's already running with the second skill from the Suyu stun right away, but you can see Famitsu on bot lane. Maybe she wants to kill Yuzong, but she didn't really realize the third skill of Yuzong of Supra. But she gets still back. Supra is also having her HP fully. I believe, yeah, working with the first kill, but she's getting back as well. I feel Famitsu was maybe a bit fast on the bot lane, but in the end, nothing really happened. He's still contesting the turtle. It's gonna be a 4v4. Was for Crime trying to maybe find a way to he can go for the turtle, but both teams are just dancing.
Bit of a poke coming in from both the sides. The charged arrow trying to get Sona low, but she pops in the region as well. Now all the way back to full out there in mid. This could be the big catch. Purify popped by Lunaris to reposition. Otherwise, that catch would have made it make it a 3 probably out here. The Kamehameha onto the face right there. Boards Gaming get to. And as I was saying, Lunaris popped in the Purify at the right time. Otherwise, she would have been first blooded out of there. And the 2 with that jump would have followed later.
Did you see what Famitsu did? She just played the whole turtle by herself, and she's gonna do it again already on the blue buff, catching Miori, and gonna be maybe a free blue buff for Boards Gaming female, but already YC is going to try to chase Story down. The Marcel ulti already on the middle of the team fight, but it's gonna be hard, and she makes Famitsu live. Miori dies right away, and the ulti of Marcel just saved Famitsu and made her run back. Boards Gaming female are just dominating.
And it's just the big drop difference coming in right now. And I think so, I'd agree with you as well, that they've got a very well mix and matchup of that early to mid to late game scenarios. The only thing is they don't really have a proper front line, but once we go towards that late game, Famitsu will be able to provide that, and holy smokes.
Well,
Never really knew that Luvia was a dragon hunter.
Well, definitely she is. She did that TikTok second skill Paquito thing that we always see on the TikToks. But anyway, in the mid lane, you can see that Famitsu is trying maybe to pick off Kitone. Kitone is getting back with just 2 stacks on her by the Guinevere, and game is looking really control, like the tempo is really going for Famitsu and her teammates on the blue side. But we can see, look at the bot lane. Already Paquito took the tower and he's still going in to take YC down. On the top lane already, we can see Kitoni with the ulti. He's trying to get back with the ulti as well. Marcel ulti, trying maybe to take Granger for Mitsu. Do the second skill, and Granger had to flicker and get back. Still, Boris Gaming Female are dominating the game, taking the tempo to themselves. But we can see that Alicia already is gonna get first kill or passively by the Marcel, and Tori with the ulti as well, but she's fine. She's still dealing with a 1v3 and everything is looking good, and even I cannot finish. And look at the bot lane, already scared.
Seems to be pretty tough out here. Look at where Luvia is bursting down Supra. Lucky that she even survived there thanks to the furious dive. But yeah, this tier 2 is getting taken down. Ain't no turtle being fought by boars, Valkyries in this situation. Just try and play on the opposite end of the map and maybe catch Super Kaori.
We can see already the Tori on the mid lane is having really good. I would say she's feeling comfortable about how the game is going. You're winning everything on the map, but you can see Boz Vakaya actually be trying to go for a trade for the turtle, but I think it's gonna be pretty hard since Xona already reached that and she's already on the top side. And I don't know, man. Looks like Boz Gaming Female is gonna force the top lane.
I just feel like that, but not for long. Again, they just want to make sure that their top lane is going to be safe. Those Valkyries were the ones who kind of wanted to find a trade, but they're giving too much respect to Boars Gaming F at this point. And I think so it is kind of understandable because they do lack the information of where they are, which is why they cannot really blindly charge into any part of the map, considering every one of those players is self-sufficient to camp and make a death push trap play.
Well, there's gonna be a free tower on the top side for Boards Gaming Female, and I don't know, man. I just want to see what's gonna be Boards Gaming Boards Backcry response, but Mitsu catching Billeric on the mid lane, and look at just forward range, just poking Moon's Lover Maker, obviously like almost just quarter HP, and Yuzong also getting pressured by Paquito since the beginning of the match.
That's been one of the big problems. They're kind of losing in every single lane right now. Boar's Valkyries are not looking in any good position. And you're absolutely right about it as well. There's a level diff, and that too, 2 level diff between Fumitsu and Miori. And on the back of it right now, it's just the fact that even Super Kaori is kind of farming up onto that Claude. 7 minutes, 10 seconds into the game, she should be 2 items in. Probably will be pushing in for the 3rd item in the next few seconds as well at the same time. 3rd turtle is up. They're prioritizing the bot lane as well, keeping the pressure on, while Fumitsu will eventually take that turtle too.
Well, we can see already that still the tempo of the game is going for Boris Gaming Female side, with also the goal difference that is getting bigger right now, and even with the trade that Boys Were Cry are trying to do, you can see Sona already on the bot lane helping Super Kaori on the bot lane, also Tori on the bot, already realizing that there's gonna be a trade, and we can see Kitoni in the retail position using the flicker ulti also with the ZT ult, and YZ as well. He's gonna go take Tori down. Yes, he does. He's gonna die, but it is really worth it because they need any kind of trade to get back to the match. But the thing is, they didn't really do it in the end. Boys Gaming Female took a kill, or sorry, took 2 kills, took the mid lane tower, just took everything on the map, and it's not really looking like a good trade for Boys Wakka.
Yeah, it's Boars giving a winning in that trade, economically just speaking. They took the mid tier 1, you mentioned about that. They took 2 kills for 1, which is absolutely solid. And Tori was 2-1-2, so not even a killing spree. That means she did not really have any kind of extra gold on her. Which kind of brings us back into that question where if Boar's Valkyrie's decision of taking that overextended fight down in the bottom lane was good or not. Though, but I kind of agree. I do see the vision up on the face as well. Luvia is single-handedly zoning everyone from Boar's Valkyries.
What we can see is gonna be a free lord for Boris Gaming Female, and the gold gap is getting bigger to 6k between the 2 teams. And I'm just wondering what's gonna be. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if I'm Boris Gaming Backcry, I'm sorry, I'm Boris Backcry, what should I do to get back to the match right now?
You just kind of wait for the mistake of Boards Gaming F.
Ooh.
This could have been
We've
one
had-
Luvia
we've had.
though. Yeah, look at the mid. Look at that absolute solid Mystic
my
Gush on the
God.
face as Kitoni will fall. This tree has been cut right from the roots. And maybe this category 5 Hurricane is a bit too difficult for him to stand out there as
Miore.
Mitsu
Ooh,
wanted to catch
she
another
wants-
one with the golden hour just to zone them all off too. They wanted to catch Miore, but yeah, she ended up surviving. Lucky for her.
Well, definitely lucky for her, but it's not that lucky because Boris Valkyrie right now they're not having the tempo at all, and it's not looking good for their side. A Lord is gonna be on the bot lane taking the passive on the bot, and then the mid, and also if the top lane is already being taken. And Boris Valkyrie trying to defend already the bot side, and it's gonna be really hard for them. Super Kayori is trying maybe to take the bot, but not really. No, she's trying to take his bag and play it safe, and we can see Famitsu Tori instead taking the top side. And it's gonna be not it's gonna be a top lane inhibitor for boys gaming female. I mean that's not really good when it comes to Lord.
Does kind of make sense as well at the same time though. Focusing fight
Oh!
on one part and then taking the inhib on the other side,
Mystic
and then
Gush.
once your attention goes away, instantly that Mystic Gush gets Alicia so very low. You blink it and you miss it, Mio. You blink it and you miss it.
Well, definitely we already saw that because of that Mystic Gush, Granger already used the flicker. Look at the damage of Paquito, just took with 1 second skill, half HP of Zetian right away. Already melted her HP, but I mean, what's gonna be the case for Boys Valkyrie? Because look at the gold difference is already 9k, which is really big. And I don't know, I mean, I want to see some. I mean, they have a Zetian, they have a Belleric, they have also a YZ. I want to see like maybe a chain CC or something that can maybe take a shutdown on, for example, the damage dealers for Boys Gaming Female.
It is going to be tough, man. That's one of the main things. If anything, Supra has to get a nasty set. Kitoni has to get that flicker set onto the face. And there's just too many slippery targets on the other side. The only one that you can actually try would potentially be Tori, who's like kind of way too immobile for that lineup. Otherwise, everyone else have got an ability to go for the escape as well, on top of the flickers which they all have. So yes, this does feel pretty tough for both Valkyries, but they have to catch Luvia here. They've given another Lord for absolute no trade whatsoever, and Luvia is just toying with them.
Well, she's already with the Paquito with the 200. She's already having a farm to be so hard to kill and unstoppable. So I'm just guessing what's gonna be Voice Valkyrie reply to that. It's gonna be already 10k now in just 12 minutes. Kayori is already on the bot lane trying to take the bot lane, but it was really close and Mystic Gush is being thrown right away. Trying to maybe look for a kill. Our Lord is gonna be on the top side, and I don't know. Just I'm waiting for maybe something from Boz Valkyrie. Maybe a flicker with Belleric with the Zetian ult. Maybe it can make something happen.
Can definitely try for that, but again, it will be pretty difficult. Now that you really consider it, the bot inhibitor has been taken care of as well. There's no up in top 2 out there in mid. They're going to be prioritizing that with the next cannon minion, as the Lord is going to be worked around by those Valkyries. Black Dragon farm used up.
Well, I can see already that all of the inhibitors already disappeared. Kayori with the ulti going so in, taking already 3 players, taking ZT and Belleric, and also YZ. She's just by herself taking that kills, and it's gonna go by Paquito's damage also going in. She's gonna take down the game, and it's gonna be already over. Boys Gaming Female winning that game against Bold Valkyrie. I would say a one-sided match against Boys Valkyrie, just dominating the game since the beginning of the second skill of Mitsu that she did on the turtle, when she got the YZ and the Suyu, till the end, just completely just clean game.
Yep, not giving them an inch to work with whatsoever. And then they also had a big farm advantage as well out there. Super Kaori being the MVP of this entire game right now makes pretty much all of the sense that you really need. Because out here, again, Boards Gaming, if you normally talk about this entire roster, you know it's filled with talent. You look at Boards Valkyries, you know there's a specific reason why that entire roster is where it is right now. So whenever these two teams collide, right, you know that it's going to be an absolute cinema of a game that eventually happens. Out here right now, yes, indeed, it was something which no one was kind of expecting, not a one-sided domination. But yes, Boards Gaming F, with the draft that they had, the Marcel, the Guinevere, once they get control of the pace of the game, they never let it go, which is how it went down.
Well, to be honest, it was just amazing performance by Boards Gaming Firma. Just always proving to everybody that they're a really good team and they are here ready to compete against the big teams and against also the competitive teams that they want to prove themselves here. And we still take another series against Boards Bakkai, showing that talk about boys back like boys gaming when it comes to female teams, they are now showing that they are the best team when it comes to female players. So amazing performance by them and hard luck for boys gaming the boys sorry boys Far Cry. Um,
Yeah,
Maybe I saw also that they changed the the goal laner if I'm not wrong. And they trying maybe to just look for some solutions, but it didn't really work out for the way that they want. But and it is what it is. But I just want to ask you something because the next match that we have, it's like it's leaked from a big tournament that we're gonna see soon, and both of these teams, uh, we've seen surprises by them when it comes to
yeah,
the MENA team. Okay, they did, for example, become third place or like on the whole world when it comes to the nations because they are the same
yeah.
players and all of that. When it comes to foot esports, everybody's saying they're gonna be the dark horse of the tournament and they're gonna make a surprise, maybe getting even top 300%. So that's the match. I mean,
Maybe.
what do you think about it? Because it's really interesting.
It is going to be pretty solid, no doubt about that. But last time when these two
Yeah.
teams faced up against each other, if I'm not wrong, I believe it was FUT Esports that actually got the W. It was a bit of a back and forth though, but mostly it was FUT Esports controlling the pace, right? Whenever it hops down to that team, they played super clean. It is so very good that I'm pretty sure FUT Esports can actually face up for a lot of teams out in front of them, and they'd still come out on the top in the entire Unbroken UA. That's how solid this team plays. Out there, though, on this side of the spectrum, again, Falcons Vega, the challenges out up, it does seem difficult for them, but their roster has been sticking together for so long that they know
Mm-hmm.
each other's ins and outs. We've got Nushi, Nocturne, Syrinx, Names, and Vendetta. We've seen these players play, and at the same time, we know for a fact
Yeah.
that they have a very solid potential.
Well, we can see already on Foot Esports, we can see Miko, Kojo, Nora, Onohana, and Zendaya. This is gonna be the players for Foot Esports. Same rosters on both sides, and an interesting match to see today on Broken UA. So actually, I will tell you, bro, I'm so lucky. I don't know. I casted to these matches before, the same exact matches. So I'm so lucky. But anyway, um, when it comes to that match, I mean, unfortunately, obviously, I'm from Egypt, so I'm gonna support the MENA team that's represent me. I'm not, yeah, I'm sorry, guys,
It's alright.
but in the
It's gonna
end,
happen.
but in the end, I mean, you can take foot esports side, bro. Like you can just be Turkish for, I mean, 20, 30 minutes. I mean, it will be interesting. But
You
in
know
the
what?
end, what?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead first. You go ahead first. You go ahead
I
first.
was just saying, the last match between them, as you said, it was a W for Foot Esports, and not just a normal W. It was like clean sweep, like I think 16-0, something like that. So I'm just wondering, like, what do you think about this time? Like, will it be different or just Foot Esports gonna keep dominating?
As much as I know it's going to be a little bit different from what happened previously, I think so it still will be for esports at the same time going in for the domination.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not the same
Mm-hmm.
level, but still gonna be pretty tough. They're just way too good when it comes down to that macro and micro, right? They know the ins and outs of every single draft. They draft pretty solid, they play to the win conditions, And once a team gets so confident that in every other game they're doing exactly the same thing and getting the same result and no one is able to stop them, you kind of end up being in that scenario where regardless of how much you want to choose the other side, you do know what's about to happen in that matchup, right? So that is where foot esports is coming in from. I think so. It is the confidence that reeks out of all of these players and the trust that they put in each other, which eventually helps them out so well.
Well, I agree with you in some points. Since you are the Turkish man on the right side on the screen, you're the Turkish one now. I'm gonna be the MENA one who is gonna be supporting Falcons. So we're gonna have some rival between us now, right on the screen. But anyway, for me, I'm thinking what I think about Falcons is, well, it's not gonna be the same lose, 100%. But the thing is, I have a problem with the kind of planning they do. They don't always have a good planning. Like always, when they play against foot, they always give them everything they want. Like they give them the Cho, the Suyo, like the Valentina or the board or whatever. Just any early game comp that can make foot esports just control the whole tempo of the match. So that's why I get confused. And why are you giving to that these kind of picks and these kind of chances every time to foot
Yeah.
esports? And all of the teams also, when they tried to make another different plan or anything, it didn't really go as much as they want. And
True.
what I just really want is I don't want to see an Alice first pick, man, because that's the most team in the whole tournament that picking Alice first pick. So I know they have their own plans, but in the same time, I don't really see it working in all games.
I kind of agree, right? That Alice first pick, it's a coin flip at this point. I think so. There are a lot of other priority picks that are super good. So yeah, I do feel you where you're coming from. That Alice should be kept for the later stages. If anything, either the blue three or the red three. Sometimes even later, maybe just the second phase itself to try and get a surprise on the other side. Maybe send out a few counters or catch the opponent with a not looking in the direction of an Alice, because that one pick changes your composition entirely. You can be playing that front to back composition, maybe something that is not really fully oriented for a team fight, maybe something like a pick off, and then instantly, boom, you catch an Alice into the draft, and now you've got a full dive competition playing together with all five, right? So that changes the dynamic of how the entire game works around. So I do understand the idea behind that. Out here right now, again, it kind of falls down to the comfort of the players. If they really want to go with that, they can. But I still feel there's so many good picks: Harley, Marcel, Phobius, Leomord, if anything. It is
Mhm.
going to be tough to see how this draft goes out.
Well, definitely it's gonna be tough, and Falcons Vega gonna be the first pick of that kind of a series. And actually, that's a really good thing that
Yeah.
can make them have more chances to know what to ban and what not to ban, especially when it comes to the Fanny and the Cho, for example, that they always go for when it comes to foot esports. So I'm just wondering what's gonna be for Falcons Vega, and we can see that they started with the Harley, which is a really good option. I would say something good that you can start with Harley or also with the Phovis or Freya. But I think for okay, Alice right away is gonna be the first ban for foot esports, and somehow it's kind of happening, but that we did talk about the Alice thing, that we don't really want to see it in the beginning because I feel it's not working in the way that Falcos Vega want, even though I like the plan, but it didn't really work with them that much. But we see it's happening from both Foot Esports, not from Falcos Vega. And Marcel is going to be the second band from Foot Esports, and Harith is going to be also the second band for Falcons Vega. I mean, do you think Foot Esports gonna trade on a Zuxin or they gonna just ban it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be better to just simply ban it out. But at the same time, now you've also left up the Freya open, right? So that could be a bit of a problem, considering if Falcons have someone that can actually play the Freya. But now with the Phobia's ban, this kind of puts them in a big position. Do you really want to let the Freya go? And at this point, I think so they can. There's also the carry available, Mio, so that's one more thing.
Okay, we can see already as Zuxin is gonna be the third ban for Foot Esports, and it's strange though that I mean Paquito and also the Freya is gonna be both open. So and Kalia as well, which always Foot Esports like to go with. So I'm kinda interested to see what's gonna be Falcons Vega reply right now. Will they go with a Paquito, which is a good option to take actually, but no. They didn't go with Paquito, they didn't go with Freya, they didn't go with Kalia, they didn't go with any that kind of stuff, and they go with Eve first pick, which is a bit, I don't know, wasn't expected, but I mean, we always use that we see this kind of surprises from Falcons Vega when it comes to the draft, and Fanny is gonna be the reply right away. And I'm telling you right now, Foot Esports is gonna go for the show or for just any kind of early game dual mid, because if you don't take a strong dual mid in the early game for the Fanny is gonna have problems to try to farm, and we can see a Uranus is gonna be the XP of Foot Esports, which is really interesting to see. But I want to also know, will they go for the show that they always go for, or no, you're gonna just go with the Kalia? This is a question that I'm thinking about. But listen, guys, I want to also ask you something for the viewers. Who do you think is gonna win this match? Because it's really important to see also your comments and also your thoughts, not just us, not also yours. So tell us also in the comments who do you think is gonna win, and who do you think has the better potential, maybe to have a better draft to win that game easily. But we can see already on the left side, scared a Paquito and a Fredrin. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like what I see, man. I mean, Paquito finally is gonna be big for Falcons Vega with a Fredrin. I feel, yeah, that's what they want to see finally.
A pretty solid opening, yes, as you rightfully mentioned as well, right? I do like it. I love the idea, but the main problem is going to be for Syrinx. There's no one to protect him from Kujo's Fanny. That's the only problem that I'm seeing out here. Yes, I mean Vendetta on that Fred might actually pose a threat, but a threat is just not enough to stop Kujo. You need a Kalea, and in order to get
Well,
a Kalea, maybe you need something that can capitalize with the
Okay.
Kalea. So you need either a carry or a Beatrix.
well, listen. When it comes to Foot Esports, like right now, I feel Falcons Vega has the better start when it comes to the draft because Foot Esports go for the Hylos and the Uranus. It's gonna be really hard to. I mean, if they ban, for example, the Valentina, or for example, if Foot Esports didn't pick something like, for example, Accord, Akimi, this kind of matches that need someone to protect a Uranus and a Hylos as well cannot really protect Kimi or any kind of mage. Also, when it comes to Mako, when it comes to a carry or Claude as well. So okay, we can see already Azidian is gonna be the first ban for Falcons Vega when it comes to majors. Moscow is gonna be the other side, obviously a really good ban to try not to counter the Fanny on the late game when it comes to split push. But I'm just wondering what's gonna be the mage for Zendaya on the mid lane on Foot Esports side because they need to take a strong early game mage that can make the Fanny work. Because if you don't have an early game with the Fanny will have a really tough start.
But that is the main thing, right? You know for a fact that yes, Kujo might actually have a tough start out there, but I still feel the threat is on Falcons. The Gato along with the Moscow being banned out right now, which means again it leaves the room open for a Beatrix and a carry. I think so. A carry is probably the best choice for Falcons. A carry, Kalea, and I think so they're good to go.
Yeah,
But
it
Nocturne
has to be
will
carry Kalia.
have to win the
Mm.
lane, and she has to rotate fast.
Well, I think for foot esports, I don't think they're not gonna give them the carry, but I think Kalia and even Kalia and even Kaja are so strong right now, and I don't know what's gonna be, but they don't really go for that, and they go for the Grog. I thought maybe they wanna go for something like a Kalia and a marksman that can maybe burst whoever they're gonna get. Because Kalia is really good in the Fanny, also on the Hylos. Maybe she can kill him right that really fast, but you go with the Grog and maybe also with the Clint, which is an option I really
Hmm.
like when it comes to the laning phase against the carry. Also, it's good against the Fanny because it's like he can sustain her damage a bit, which is something you do want when you play against the when you play this effect.
I kind of don't really. Again, as much as I do see a win condition for Falcons, I feel they're kind of putting all the eggs
Mm.
in the early game basket without having any late game insurance. Yes, Syrinx is there on the eve, but I don't think so
Ooh.
that's going to be enough. Names will have to early snowball. Vendetta needs to play early game, and that's where Cujo is going to shine the most. So it's literally the early game dominating battle for both of these teams.
Mm-hmm. Well, we
And
can
here we go
see
with
actually a Cord also scared, which is a really
yeah.
good option.
Sarah picking up the god will have similar range as to Syrinx into that mid lane, a good amount of poke, great mobility as well, because you just stay so far away from the fights that you don't really need to put yourself in a tough position. Out on the other side of the spectrum, Falcons Vega, they do have the win condition, but I feel that they might actually add an extra bit of wall which Kujo can actually use to spam the steel cable.
We can see already that's gonna be also the third match of today from Unbroken UA Falcons Vega against a Foot Esports, a match that all of us, not just the viewers, not just us, everybody on the whole world would wanna watch this kind of a match. It's a match from MWI tournament, a best of one, and whoever is gonna prove himself that he is, I would say, who has the more aura when he goes to the MWI.
Definitely is going to be one of these teams out here, but though the
Well,
fan favorite is, it's kind of
mhm.
going to be obvious as well, right? It might actually end up being for esports out in the open, as Falcons playing against all the odds right now want to change the result of what happened previously. This time they want to be the aggressors, and this time they want to take the revenge. As we move all the way down
Mm-hmm.
into the land of dawn, this is what I wanted to see from Nocturne. Have that early advantage, prioritize that early rotation, dominate
Yeah.
against
Ooh.
Delhi in that
Kujo.
early bird.
Kujo.
Cujo.
Kujo was trying to steal the beer, but she's not doing that much of damage to the beer at all, and is gonna be trying to take it, but it was so close. Food Esports couldn't really take it, but still, when you look at the game, everything is still going pretty normal. But as I said about the draft, if you don't take an early game with the Fanny, I'm not saying it's gonna like lose. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that it's gonna make the Fanny have a bit of a tough start. But let's see what's gonna be like the reply for Foot Esports. We can see also on the bot lane, Unohana on the bot lane with the Uranus is having like a good matchup again as the Paquito, but Nora's already going so deep, already getting a lot of poke from Cyrenix, but she didn't do that revitalize at all, and she recalls back with having no problems at all. I think the turtle is gonna be really interesting to watch. But Onohana takes a 2v1 and somehow she wins it.
Yeah, that's a bit tough out there. But again, Nocturne on the other side, she's gonna be okay. Vendetta is also there out up in front of her to help her clear out the lane, though, but I don't know if Nocturne will be able to turn to that level 4 or not before this turtle fight. Look at her hopping in yet again, up
Ooh,
onto the face as well. Consecration
ooh.
popped up by Delhi, so she should be fine.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
she's okay.
I feel the Uranus is too strong on the Falcons Vega players, and the turtle. If you see the Fanny, she's trading already on the blue buff.
And yeah, so they basically decided just to try and be a bit more annoying up onto the face. They did lose the retry battle out here right now, but there we go. Steel cables
Ooh.
onto the face as well. Another wall added just to block
Ooh.
yourselves off, though. Vendetta with the bonk on the face forces Unohana up in the jab of Nocturne. On the other side now, Nora has to run away. You need to be careful, Kujo. Playing a deadly game out here.
Well, to be honest, I like what Foot Esports did. That you already know when you play something like a Fanny, you don't really have that kind of advantage on the turtle. But we can see already Gord isn't taking, like, getting killed by the wall of the Grok, which is really good kill from Nucci, using that cheat that the Gord doesn't have a flicker and using that kind of a mistake to take him down. But that is already going on the double stack, trying to take Kuju comes from the back, trying to do a lot of damage, and she does a lot of damage on Fredrin already. Vendetta is in a really tough position and she's gonna get taken down right away. It's really crazy. Did you see the damage output that Kuju did on the Fredrin? It's not gonna be. I'm not talking about Suyo, not a Harley, not a Nolan or Hayabusa. I'm talking about Fredrin. And she just melted him.
Yeah, that's one of the big things, right? Common emblem of Fredrin doesn't really have those many high resources or defenses up early game. And FUT Esports do realize that. That's why Kujo is not really scared of taking the fight in. She's also using the Flamed Retribution. That means she steals away around 100 physical attack on the other side, makes it her own, and that's how she's bursting everyone down like names up in top lane. They're not before trading with the glorious pathway in mid.
Okay, we can see already on Cyrenix is already with no flicker. Is gonna get taken down by Unohana. Nora with the Revitalize trying to sustain some damage, but she cannot at all. Unohana between 3 players, but look also at Kujo on the top lane. She's taking the top lane tower and she's so close to take it. But she already gets back to farm, and I feel Kujo till now she's doing what she wants in the game.
Exactly, because you don't have a yeah, you don't have a hard lockdown for this Fanny, right? So she can do whatever she wants, except for stealing the turtle.
Oh, she missed the cable.
Exactly. With the jab, KO strike up onto the face, they finally shut her down. And she also did lose the purple buff as well, so did not really have enough energy to recast those cables too. A good catch by Falcons Vega as they go toe-to-toe against FUT Esports, if not better.
Well, to be honest, a really good kill and a shutdown on Fanny that can make Falcons Vega get back to the match. And look also at the gold gap. It's going for Falcons Vega, which is something that I really like to see because I didn't see that when it comes to the last series they played against each other. So I'm actually like, especially that I am like supporting Falcons Vega. So I'm actually feeling happy that we can see that, but I hope it can maybe last for the end. But we can see already Falcons Vega, they're going for carry already. Miko is gonna get taken down already. Kujo with also the help of Nora, they're trying to maybe counter the gank. Names is running with really low HP with no flicker. Second skill to get herself back from Nora.
Whoa.
And the counter. Oh my god! The Sky Piercer from Zendaya on the goal did that down and makes FUT Esports that, you know, you feel that you're not giving the game easy at all.
Yeah, Zendaya with that nasty catch up as well. Is able to get that one down. And again, up with how everything is going on, you know that there's a carry on the other side. And if Names doesn't get the mid-game snowball power spike, things will be difficult. Retry used up already on her. She did dash away but could not really catch Kujo out in the open there. So eventually will survive for now.
Well, we can see already that Unohana just cut the lane and now she's trying to annoy the mid lane. I think that we always used to see from Unohana on the arenas, keep cutting the lanes and keep also annoying the enemy players when it comes to the jungle or also mid, gold, whatever. She just keep doing that anyway. But you can see already Kucho is trying to go to steal the blue buff, but she still goes so deep already, trying to get Vendetta. Vendetta tried to chase her, but she still won. Nora is already going so deep, trying to run with the ulti and with the Grok already second skill, and she still managed to get back somehow. Look at Uruhana joining the 2 damage dealers on the back line, and it's gonna still be Nora's gonna die in the end with Gord as well. Really good team fight from Falcons Vega, using the mistake that FUT Esports did, which is going so deep like on Falcons Vega side.
3v5 fight technically, I'd have to say. And Falcons eventually punishing
Yeah.
for esports for picking that one up. Out in the bottom as well, they pick up the turtle. They will take the tier 1. Nothing can be traded for that whatsoever though, but I don't really like the position of Nocturne. She's way too deep up top as well. Kujo
Ooh.
is going to be taking down that bottom lane fight
Ooh.
out. Oh, heck no,
Ooh.
Nocturne. You
Well, we can
sure you
see
did not
that's a
bite a bit more than
Paquito.
what you could chew? Yep.
Ooh. I mean, in the end, it's a Paquito. It's really hard to chase. And Nocturne with a really good second skills trying to get back already and sustain. Nora's in a retake position in the mid lane. And it's not looking good at all for her. She's gonna die, but also Nucci is gonna make a double kill for Kujo. It's gonna be a triple. And it's gonna be a really comeback for Footy Sports after what they did in the early game and how Falcons Vega used this kind of mistakes. But Kujo and the Fanny is something you don't need to leave open. And now Kujo, with the early game she did, with the form she has, she is dominating Falcons with just triple kill in the mid lane.
I'd have to say, as much as Kujo getting that triple, getting those finishing blows was a delight to watch, the main course was served by Zendaya on the god in the mid. The amount of pokes that she's getting, look at that yet again right now. Yes, it does feel like now she's not able to touch anyone just because of the fact that she went
Yeah.
in for the glowing one at Sky Piercer. But to the people who don't have the Radiant armor, that poke is annoying. It gets them low, and that's where Kujo is hopping in to clean up the entire Land of Dawn. And right now, Vendetta is not really able to tank as much as she thought she could.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can see already Miko is going to the bot lane, taking the tower, and also with the trade right away, trying to take the top side. We can see already Kujo on the top lane, taking a 2v1, trying to take names down. She has no more cables, and it's looking that it's gonna be a kill with the full Sonucci first flicker. Vendetta is also trying to chase, and she does take a shutdown on her. A really good kill from Falcons Vega, but Names has no flicker, and she's gonna already getting zoned. She's getting zoned already by Unohana on the Uranus. Unohana is trying to get back. Miko's trying to take Nucci's SP down, but look also at Gord. Zendaya's getting chased by Vendetta. She runs from the ultimate of Vendetta. Nocturne is going so deep with the second skill, and it's getting sustained a lot from the Queen Wings. Falcons Vega are making that Lord looks like it's gonna be on their own side with no jungle, no mage for the side of Foot Esports, and yet it's gonna be a free Lord for Falcons Vega. Amazing, just amazing what they did against Kujo. Kujo did really go deep against two players alone, but look at also at Foot Sports. They still don't want to leave it like that. They want to take down Vendetta with a really good 4-man ulti by Nucci. Nucci's gonna take them down. Already Kujo's going still deep, trying to take names down with the flicker, but with the lazy ignition, Flames is gonna get taken down by Kujo. And I don't know, man. I can't stop talking. A lot of things is happening. It's really interesting to see this kind of matches.
Back and forth. That's all I'm going to say right now. The moment Falcons Vega eventually get an advantage, it feels like Foot Esports really know the cooldowns well, that they take or rather force Falcons Vega into an unfortunate fight.
Ooh. Nocturne on the mid lane takes Gord down with no minions under the tower, and she just takes him down so easily since she already knows he has no flicker, and the Lord is gonna be on the top side. Nucci and Cyrenix, or I can say Luigi, Luigi and also Cyrenix are trying to take you out, poking him a
Yep.
bit, but I think it's gonna be a Lord that is gonna be wasted a bit. But look at the Paquito and Kujo bot lane.
Yeah, though that 1v1 could be big. It's a 3v1 out in mid. You really want to burst down Unohana, but she's gonna be okay. Again, getting some HP back into the fight. With
Ooh.
Mystic Gush onto the face, everyone will go back. And also, Kujo down there in the bottom lane, which you mentioned. Lucky that she was able to survive the burst from Nocturne.
Well, we can see already that the game, when it comes to the farm, is looking a bit equal. I mean, just 1k gold gap between the two teams. And to be honest, I have to give credit for Nocturne. Nocturne with the Paquito with 600 is doing absolutely amazing performance. But we can see already Falcons Vega are trying to go for the front already. Miko is trying to burst Vendetta. and it's not really looking good for Vendetta. She's gonna get taken down or no, but she's gonna get back. And look at Name's damage already trying to take Halos down, so close to take him down. And Falcons Vega also takes the mid. I really like what Falcons Vega doing right now because I feel now they are the team who has the tempo. It's not Foot Esports like that.
It has been Falcons, I agree. Every single fight that's been happening, Falcons are the ones who are taking those fights. They are the ones dictating that entire pace of the game. They are the ones who say that yes, now we want to fight when they see people in a bit of an awkward spot. Right now, Unohana can just try and open up the map though, but she'd not be able to sustain as much as we thought she would. And the far lane is also not in control of Foot Esports. It's Falcons who are just instantly clearing it out. And this Paquito has been a big threat. Nocturne is staying in the lane menacingly, even forcing Cujo to be away.
Kujo's already going with the backline, trying to take Names down with 3 players already. Names using the flicker to get back with an ulti also with the friggin', but Names is gonna be having a lot of problems. Unohana takes her down. Miko is already going for Vendetta after she killed Names, and also after she killed Cyrenix. Vendetta is running real low HP. Nocturne is trying to kill Nora with the Paquito, but she doesn't have enough damage yet. And also Gord with the Ice Queen. She flickers down to try to take down Gord, but with the flicker as well. A shutdown on Nocturne. I would say it's a close wiped out for Foot Esports on Falcons Vega. The flanks that Kujo did with Miko as well made the team fight just go for their side, and that's what we did. Kind of feel that the Fanny is gonna be really annoying, and even though they try to stop her, but it's Kujo's Fanny, something you don't need to let open, and it's gonna be the first Lord already, or second Lord, sorry, for Foot Esports on the top lane. Foot Esports are back on track when it comes to the tempo of the match.
Yeah, this seems to be a bit more troublesome for Falcons Vega right now to work with. Mako has been hitting pretty hard onto that carry. She is constantly forcing everyone from
Oh,
Falcons to go
oh,
back.
ooh, already a really good ulti from Nucci, but she has no flicker to get back, and she's gonna get taken down right away. Gord is so annoying on the fronts of Falcons Vega have, and it's gonna be already a lord that's gonna maybe go as a waste, but there's still more minions coming in the mid lane. They're gonna try to take the mid and the bot, and it's looking that Foot Esports are back controlling the game. And we can see also the recalls from both teams. Like, I feel like there is a rival between both of them.
Healthy rivalry has been going on. Yes, I agree. And that's what we are seeing constantly happen back and forth. But it's fine. You know that in games that are such as high stake as this one, it kind of shows up from the players as well. Most of the map is red. Falcons Vega, they had all the kind of early advantage. But as you rightfully mentioned, those flanks that's been coming in from Cujo have been annoying. And all you
Mhm.
have is just Vendetta who can actually insta stun Cujo. Apart from that, there
Mm.
is nothing. So it kind of makes things even more difficult and problematic to deal with.
Well, to be honest, Kuju's flanks are really annoying to see, but at the same time, oh no, Hannah, she's going already so deep, getting picked off right away, not even having a chance to use the purify and get back. A really risky thing that you don't want to see from Unohana. Nocturne already knows that Miko and also Halos on the top side, using that kind of recalls just to show off how she already has when it comes to the map awareness. But already 40 seconds on the Lord, it's gonna make Foot Esports have a chance for the Uranus to get back. Kujo is already getting back from Grok. Grok was so close to put her on the wall. And when it comes to the Lord, man, I feel Falcons Vega, that's the only chance right now to win. Name somehow needs to sustain the damage that is happening from Fanny Battle. Pretty okay, a really good camp, but they didn't really. Oh, I thought we're gonna see a kill on Meko right away, but there is nobody following Nucci. What's happening right
Yeah,
now? Nobody is following Nucci. Cyrenix is trying right now after she's getting get picked up by Name. Names is gonna get already picked off. Nobody followed Nucci. It was a really good camp. Even though Cyrenix showed and she got out of the bush, Names didn't stay with her and had some kind of miscommunication that happened right here, giving Foot
yes.
Esports a chance to get back.
And this could be big right now. 5v4 fight. Falcons Vega do not want to take this one. Without names, they don't really have any frontline buster. Syrinx is just a poke. Nocturne is a heavy hit or miss. You hit, you're cool. You miss, you're dead.
You can see already Nocturne trying to get back with the flicker as well, with the Mystic Gush from Gord as well, but it's really hard to run from that Vendetta was trying to flank. But it's really impossible right now. Something like this gonna happen. Uranus with already the zone, a really good ulti on go on Grog with on Miko. Miko uses the flicker to get back, but look how tanky is on Hana. Kuju just joined the fight right away, trying to take names down, takes her HP, mostly all of the HP, and she gets back, and it's gonna be a free lord for Foot Esports. And what's gonna be really the reply for Falcons Vega?
It seems pretty tough right now. They still want to go in for the fight as well, up onto the face of Uno Hana, but she's fine taking that damage. Single-handedly just pushing the entirety of Falcons Vega back. Yeah, again, Nocturne not really being there, eventually getting picked off early on. Also adding to another safe layer for Esports to simply take the Lord.
Well, Lord is gonna be taken by Foot Esports, but there is something we need to say, okay? Nuchi or Nuichi, she has that flicker ulti on Grok, and Miko doesn't have a flicker, which is gonna be maybe if she sees Miko going out of position, maybe it's gonna be a chance for Falcons Vega to kind of have a defense against that enhanced Lord, okay? But also when it comes to Foot Esports, it's really hard for them to kind of go under the base, but already Miko's going so deep and nobody targets her, and a Mystic Gush out of nowhere. Just something happened wrong when it comes to Foot Esports, but he still take the bot lane, and it looks like Falcons Vega, even yes there is no bot lane or mid lane inhibitor, he still can last for another Lord maybe that can go for their side, or Foot Esports gonna go for another one that can end the game. Oh, Nocturne. Nocturne is already taken down by Miko. Miko's already getting taken down. Gord with the ulti freeze. Amazing. She's not gonna taken down by Vendetta's already. No already chance to get her back with the Ice Queen as well. Look at names damage. But what just Gord did with the Mystic Gush was unbelievable. The ult freeze with also the damage from Miko. She took Nocturne down. She didn't even let her use her skills to get back. Well, we can see already Kujo. Oh my god, already
Yeah,
really
pretty
good
solid.
kill on Kujo from the Clinton. Shut down.
Indeed.
30
And again,
seconds on the Lord.
this is where names have been coming in, right? You mentioned about the fact that Clint will be a little bit more tanky, especially against Kujo onto that Fanny, and that has been happening. You are seeing her sustain a little bit extra from those steel cables as well. On the other side, if there was any other marksman, I don't think so that would have been possible. Apart from a Brody though. Brody is pretty good, but he just lacks in the range, like a lot in the range. Up on the other side of the spectrum, it's Syrinx positioning herself so well. I initially thought she will be taken down more than 4 or 5 times in this game, considering there's no one to hard stop.
Ooh, a really good flicker ulti from Nuchi on Miko, but it's not enough with the combo as well. But already Gordon in a tough position, getting back with the flicker as well. Nora is sustaining a lot of damage. Kuch is already going back. You can see already in the mid lane. Unohana is trying to run from Eve's damage. She won with the second skill, and already flicker second skill from Nocturne taking Gord down. We can see that Falcons Vega, you feel that you wanna get back to the match. The ult flicker from Grok with the Eve ultimate as well. Really amazing combo. What do I see here from Falcons Vega? And Nocturne is already going down in the bot lane to clear what Fanny did when it comes to the split push. Names in really tough positions. She's getting taken down. No, she does sustain her damage from Fanny. And it's gonna be maybe a free Lord for the side of Falcons Vega. Double kill on from Clint. Names on the Uranus as well. Nora trying to get back. She cannot. And already really good triple kill. And maybe it's gonna be a maniac. Also, it's gonna be maybe it's over. I think it's maybe over already. It's gonna be only Gord who can defend for the side of Foot Esports. Falcons Vega winning on the team fight. And it's looked like it's their chance to win.
It's highly possible right now. All they need to do is push in from top as well as mid lane to instantly get this over with. 4 players not showing up for 15 more seconds. It's also going to be Cujo right now without the purple buff. So a lot more responsibilities. Flicker. Oh, yeah, there's the Winter Crown. That means no more
Ooh.
Mystic Gush onto the face. It is Falcons Vega taking the revenge against FUT Esports out here in this back and forth matchup of the Unbroken UA. Falcons Vega claim the win.
Well, I just want to say I'm proud. I'm really proud from what I'm seeing. I am someone who kind of support Falcons Vega, but in the end, Luigi is gonna be the MVP with Grog. Luigi
Deserves.
just doing outstanding performance with the Grog. Um, the ulti flicker that she did on that Lord in the end, with also Sarvenix following up on her with the ult, just amazing how they played it together. Totally amazing performance. Nocturne also with the Paquito was trying to focus always Carry and Gord, giving them some hard time. So
Yeah.
I'm actually, I don't know, I'm happy to see this kind of matches, exciting match. Not really expect who's gonna win. It's really equal, but I have to say just because Nucci is a friend of mine, so I'm just saying like, you good job, really outstanding performance. But I will not say the name that like normally I would say Nuichi, not Nucci, Nuichi. Yeah, that's the name for you. Amazing performance by Falcons Vega, and that's the first time we can see that FUT Esports are losing. I mean, did I see that happen before? No, it didn't happen. So, I mean, did you see them lose before that?
Nope. But, I mean, in my eyes, they've been going on this big win streak, which no one has been able to comprehend. So yes, it indeed is a big surprise out here right now. But we've already talked about the matchups that have happened. Now the focus is on what's gonna happen next, because it will be Manticore right now playing, right? One last game against Itami. Itami did lose their last matchup. Manticore won their last matchup. If we go by that route, you know, Manticore is a little bit solid lineup with the way how they've been showcasing their gameplay. But on the other side, I do want to see more things from Itami right now. I know for a fact that this team has got what it takes. It did face up against Boards Gaming last time, did not close that one out. Manticore on the other side had a smooth sailing against Unix. So yes, the odds are kind of tilted towards Manticore, but at the same time, I feel that it's going to be a tough match.
Well, to be honest, I think for Manticore, I think they're going pretty solid, as you said. Yeah, I agree with you. When it comes to that case, the roster is not really changing that much. Only maybe Angry Breeze, the XP got changed, but everything else I think still the same. And I think
True.
they're doing pretty well. I mean, the start that they had maybe wasn't the best that you were thinking, but they were improving
Yeah.
match after match. And I believe that they played against Itami, and it wasn't the best results that we were looking for uh, when it comes to Itami. Itami having a really hard, you're really hard spot right now, not getting the wins, not getting the performance that they need, not just from them, also from their viewers, what you want to see. So here, as we can see, as we were talking just right now, Manticore are gonna play against Itami on that match on the last series of today. We can see already on Manticore roster for the Unicorn, Insect Revenge, and Morzika. And I have to say, I like Revenge hoodie, bro.
Yeah, he's been playing fantastic out there. On the other side, though, if you have a look at the lineup of Itami, it's Zayak, Iritani, Walls, Winchester,
Ooh.
Shenji, and Lin. I like that Winchester. I really hope that it's a reference to Supernatural, though, just like Sam and Dean. So out here right now against Itami, as you rightfully mentioned, are in a bit of a struggling phase. We haven't really been seeing a lot of wins from them. If anything, yes, some losses, which now they want to instantly change up and hop back into that winning streak in order to stand a chance at moving forward in the Unbroken UA. On the other side, Manticore, same road, just a couple of steps ahead from their counterpart.
I agree with you that part, but I just want to see what's gonna be Itami uh, plans. Like that's what I'm asking about because I see they change it to player though. Walls Winchester, for me, it's the first time maybe to custom. I don't know if he was playing with them before or not, but it seems for me that he's a new player on the roster here. So maybe with him, maybe we can see some difference in Itami. We can see some kind of different performance that
Probably.
maybe can let Itami get back to the win like way, or like the way to win anything, man. Because what is Itami having right now? Not looking that good. So I'm just guessing what's
True.
gonna do, the plans, the drafts, all of that kind of things. Because Manticore is a kind of opponent that you don't really, I would say, like to play against, since you didn't really have the best result
Yeah.
against them.
That is one of the tough things, right? Tough pill to swallow for Itami, especially in the situation of what's been happening to them in the Unbroken UA. This is a time where they can, as you said, rightfully bounce back, maybe surprise all of us. But Manticore is not going to allow that to happen. That is the main thing. You know for a fact that this roster has been challenging some big names up on the leaderboard. If anything, they've won against you next. So Manticore should have all the confidence in their backpack, should have all the focus that they really need. While on the other side, yes, it's a sheer determination and probably the power of friendship to try and push them forward through that finish line. But yeah, Itami, you've got to bring the Shinra Tensei into the mix, man. Without that, it ain't happening.
To be honest, Itami have to show us some kind of surprise. To be honest, but Um, if we're gonna also talk about the gold lane matchup, Zayak is the gold laner of Itami, if I'm not wrong, and for Manticore is Unicorn. So Unicorn always had this kind of like one step ahead when it comes to the gold lane matchup. Wasn't looking that easy for Zayak, and we saw a lot of Layla also from him. So like the last two matches
Oh.
Itami played, he played Layla, which is really interesting. But I mean, I like Layla, who doesn't? But I mean, when it comes to these kind of matches, I mean, you need to pick something that can really work in the end. So I don't know if Zayak gonna go with the same thing
True.
or not.
It's possible that we might potentially see a few different things out here. Zayak on the other side, let's see, man, they're on the red side though. So it is going to be a little bit more tough considering the amount of priority picks that are left open through this drop. And since we're already on that topic, Phobius becomes the first ban up in front of us. We talk about the priority picks, Mio. You know that if you ban all the Phobias, that means a Harith is available, also a Freya is available.
Well, we can see already F4V is banned, as you said, on the left side for Manticore, as they are already also the first pick on the blue side. So I'm just guessing what's gonna be the first pick, because for me, I've seen a Harith first pick by them, and I've seen also that they love Lapu Lapu a lot. This is something also. Like even after Anger Bees left, it's like even Murzaka is still with that. Lapu Lapu still on point also. So I'm just guessing what's gonna be the pick also on XP. Maybe we're gonna see a Paquito also, who knows? But Freya is gonna be the second ban for Manticore, and Suxin is gonna be the reply to it. So, do you think we can see maybe a Paquito first pick?
Could be possible. I'm kind of expecting that Paquito to go through as well, since the Phobius has been banned out. Unless you leave something else open, that is definitely the Harley. So maybe Manticore want to ban the Harley out, let the Freya be, or rather maybe something else be that last ban. Maybe Baxia.
Well, let's see. I mean, there's a Harley
Nah, Harith.
ban already, a Harley ban for Manticore right here, and a Harith that's gonna be a reply to it. So yes, a Paquito is gonna be open with the Suyu, with the Kalia also. It's gonna be all of them open right now. So let's see, and we can see here. Here we can see the cameras for both teams. Like we can see all of them on both sides actually, just chilling, focusing on the match. Uh, and everything is going well. But here, Paquito first pick, as we expected, scared on Manticore's side. So, what do you think? Maybe Itami can reply out with like maybe a Kairi Kalia, maybe, or what do you think?
Something along the lines of a pick off only, right? Because you do need something that can take care of this Paquito. Either a lot of HP or something else, but it's an instant reply with the cowboy logged in along with his horse.
Well, we can see here Hylos Clint Do you think really that's the best reply, Scared? Because I feel there is more better replies. I mean, there is only Suyu who's left on jungle when it comes to assassins, and maybe Lemore. Like this is the two good options left for you when you're playing some against something like Paquito. So I mean, do you think this is really the best reply that Itami can go for?
Most of it is a bit of a comfort, so I kind of agree that yes, it has been in the spur moment scenario. But at the end of the day, now since all of that has gone through, I really want to focus on this jungle pick. It is going to be the Leo mode. Alright, I do like it. I do like it. Nice. You've got that momentum to try and pair it up with the retry battle for love. And on the other side, now you can simply try and ban out some of those roamers, which can be annoying for your composition and can help the other side. So ban a Kalea, ban a Kaja.
Well, we can see already a Lemord, as I said, that's gonna be the only last option on jungle left, so that's why they pick it right now. A Granger is gonna be the ban for Itami on the second phase, and to be honest, I wanna like take Itami's side a bit scared because I wanna see them having this kind of like getting back to the match. But there is something I am confused about, which is I see Wolves Winchester is the one who's playing Gold Lane, okay, and Zayak is playing Room. Zayak was the gold laner 1 week ago for Itami, so he's playing Room, which is a role that is not easy to play though, okay. So I don't know really, is it the best option for Itami? But I don't know. I mean, let's see what's gonna happen in the match. I can see already a Lapu Lapu. Maybe it's gonna get stolen. Yes, it is from Manticore. And what's gonna be the XP for Manticore? Scared? Oh no, sorry, not the XP. What's gonna be the gold lane actually? Because there is no Herod, no Moskov, no Granger. The best three heroes for Unicorn and gold lane. So what's gonna be the gold lane?
Yeah, maybe a Claude or a Carry.
Hmm.
That's
Actually,
the only two other options that I can see. So yeah, maybe a
yeah.
Claude
I mean,
sounds better here.
both of them are so good options. But Brody, oh, I don't know. You think it's
As
really the
much
best option?
as much as I do like the Brody, at least with the lane domination and everything, he does lack in a lot of range. That becomes a big problem. So yeah, I don't
Mm.
think so. Brody is going to be the right option there. They are going with it. They will go through with it. That means all you need to do is just make sure that you play super solid early game. And mind I tell you, Brody has the better trade when it comes to lane bully. So Walls will have to play it safe for the early fights. On the other end of the
Mm.
spectrum, now to wrap out that entire draft by Itami. What do you look at?
Well, Selena might be the reply. No, it's a
Lovely.
Kadita actually. It's gonna be the reply. So for me, I actually like Itami's draft this time. I feel now they have some kind of a plan. They have the good damage output. They have also a really good comp as well in the trio mid. So let's see what's gonna happen on that match. And Manticore is picking like an Atlas, a Brody. I mean, this is the first time we see this kind of picks when it comes to Manticore. But I mean, who do you think has better potential?
As much as I do want to kind of side well with Manticore, the Brody pick might actually be a bit more tough. And Itami with the Kadita logged in as the last might have that better edge against the members of Manticore. So that's going to be the main thing. This Kadita has to do overtime. She has to pick at least one off in every single one of those fights. And that is being generous out there, ladies and gentlemen. We're hopping back into this last best of one of this evening. It's going to be Manticore taking on Itami.
It's gonna be definitely the last match of the day, and it's been also a lot of interesting matches to see for today's. And when it comes to the two mid right now, okay, I can see that Kadita and Hylos. I mean, in the early game, both of them do mid. When it comes to Tami and Manticore, they're not really that strong. You get me? But with Suyu and Lemort, we can see something maybe interesting. We can maybe see with Suyu stun, Atlas second skill, and the first skill of Guard. Maybe it's gonna give Zayak hard time. But you can see already Suyu, instead of going to the lethal, he goes for the beer for Itami, and not really as something that you wanna really see when you see the Suyu just stealing all your farm and nobody really reacting about it.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird out here, right? That means he's gonna deny that level 4 to Lin, which is a big thing. He's
Ooh,
stolen both of those creeps. All you really need is just make sure that your creeps don't get invaded. Oh,
ooh, the
Shenji.
damage. The damage from Atlas just unbelievable. He did all of that kind of damage. I mean, Gore didn't really do much, didn't really reach with his skills that much on Chinju and mid lane. Look at Morzilka is camping already. Maybe he wants to kill Kadita, and he does. Really good kill, really good combo together. First blood on Chinju in mid lane. And it's looking like Manticore again having the better start.
That too in a pretty decent manner right now. Oh, Lin
Okay.
almost trying to catch revenge, but he's gonna be running back to safety. On the other side, Itami eventually. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. You know, I said it Itani again though. By the way, he's Titan, right, Mio? Don't forget about that. He's Titan. I know that I did the exact same thing when I was with Zakota on the desk, and then we kept on talking about it for such a long time, and that was one of the most embarrassing moments for me. But yes, this turtle fight.
Ooh.
Oh! Flicker
Suyu with just the
forward.
retry. Oh my god. Suyu with just the retry second skill. Steals the turtle right away in front of Lin. And it's gonna be a 2-0 on the score when it comes to the kills. But I'm also interested about the Sakota thing because Sakota also, he kept, last time when I casted with him, he kept mocking us and mocking the stream, mocking everybody in the stream. And it wasn't looking. It was hard for me to mog as well, so I felt a bit jealous. Not gonna lie.
That's a quota for you, my man. That's a quota for you and what he does. Shenji eventually
Oh,
going back. Oh my god. Forced to
okay.
use the rough
Oof.
waves.
Morzilka with just a
Flicker.
flicker second skill. Takes Kadita down. Another kill on Shinjui with the Gordozi as well. Trying to take Lin down. Lin takes him, yeah, he does take him down, but he's gonna finish punished right away. Triple kill for Paquito. And it's gonna maybe go for 4 kills. Yes, it will be. And Manticore just dominating the early game, dominating everything, controlling the tempo, and it's not looking good at all for Itami. Sorry, not Manticore.
Yeah, and now the main thing is for Manticore, they're also winning in the gold lane battle as well. Back and forth is where we're going right now. Titan
Mm-hmm.
hasn't really had the best of the best times in his own lane. Oh, a little bit of
Full
an
revenge.
overextension.
Unicorn is trying to get back with the second skill on. Also, Shinjui is trying to run away with the ulti he does, and he managed somehow to escape. And look at him.
Oh
He's just
wow.
running so easy. How is that even possible? Unicorn just dodging everybody. 4 players of Itami. He run from them so easily. Like he's just like butter, you know. It's just so it's so easy that I'm speechless. I'm speechless after what I see.
You are butter. You melted like a hot knife through butter because of how Unicron sidestepped the mermaid. Not getting charmed whatsoever, but Walls didn't see that demon coming. Did not really have his hunter
Mhm.
knife ready. Got destroyed in a second right now as Manticore steal the turtle away.
Manticore is gonna definitely secure another turtle. It's gonna be 2 turtles already for nothing for Itami. And the game is looking that Manticore got the tempo of that match. Seems like Walls Winchester on the Clint. He's actually doing great job, but the thing that he is already getting ganked by 3 players and Zaya cannot really help him after he already got caught and died. And I feel that Itami are really like my problem with Itami right now is like they are accepting everything that Magicore does on the map.
They can't really make any kind of special plays out there up front as well, right? Because Revenge is scouting every single one of those bushes. Look at that. Again, he scouted out that mid bush too. That means, yes, Manticore knew what's about to happen. Conceal.
Ooh, already a kill, monster kill, double kill from Murzilka. Murzilka for just doing amazing performance. 704. He's already participating in 10 kills of the 14 kills that Manticore has. And I don't know, man. He was already going to the top lane. Murzilka's gonna go to chase him. And I think maybe Lena's gonna have some hard time. Look at 2 levels depth between the two heroes. And Lena's a jungler, by the way.
Yeah, that's one of the main things. Even though Lane is a jungler, there is the 2 level gap coming in between both of the junglers, along with
Okay, Lane.
Muzilka. Oh,
Lena's already going for Murzilka, trying to take him down also with the Kadita ulti. And she didn't really do ulti, she just did the first second petrify. Taking a good kill on Paquito. And not just a kill, it's a shutdown. For Clint, the most important one that you need to give him the shutdown. It did really go for him in the end. And look at that Mystic Dodge. Oh my god, just 4D with the amazing Mystic Dodge with the flicker back as well. Nobody can reach him. With the damage he did, just melted Zayak down so easily. And I don't know, man. I mean, Walls Winchester right now is the only player from Itami that can maybe have a reply on Manticore.
but that's one of the main things, right? Walls also need a little bit of time. He cannot really have that major impact until and unless he's got the BOD ready up along with the Malefic Gun and the Endless Pattern. So once those 3 core items are completed, that's when you'll see him strike, and he will strike pretty hard. But the main problem, which you rightfully mentioned, is going to be revenge.
Well, we can see already Murzilka's gonna get killed again. Another kill on him. And it's gonna go to Walls Winchester again. This kind of things you don't wanna give it to Clint. And we can see already ult from Brody. Unicorn is gonna kill Hylos, but for what? For his life, and he's gonna get taken down right away. Lin is already going on. Suyu, he's gonna go on just 3 players alone with no help of his teammates. And I think maybe Lin was a bit, a bit fast about that.
1-5 into this Leo mod is not having a good time. It's already a 4,000 goal lead in the hands of Manticore. As much as we see Itami bounce back, there are a couple of moves that Manticore just simply do, and they move all the way forward up in those fights. Murzilka doesn't really know where Titan is, so this is a big bait coming in from Walsh. All he needs to do is just play it safe though, but again, his team simply took the Lord.
Well, you can see here already that Itami are kind of getting back to the match, kind of, because, I mean, you are giving Walls Winchester the kills that he needs so he can carry you right away to the match, to the win. So, I mean, what Walls Winchester needs to get more farm and get more fed so he can carry or help his teammates, he's getting it already. So I'm kind of interested to see what's gonna happen on the match when it comes to Itami.
Same.
But Award is gonna be taken also for Manticore, and it's not looking really good for Itami. I mean, I wish to see really reply of them, and the Titan just disappeared right now.
Yeah, vanished out into thin air. You could potentially say that this might actually be the start of that big war ride. Big shutdown coming in down in the bottom lane. Instantly catching love finally with that petrifier. Shishenji utilizing the strength of Kadita. But the main problem is the Lord still hasn't really made a lot of progress down bot. That means even another wave could potentially be stacking up pretty soon. Like one will show up right now, but there's a possibility that we might see the one after this too. So that means a big problem.
Ooh, already the Lapu Lapu's gonna get melted again. Titan is gonna get taken down. Unicorn using the flicker, and Kadita Shinju is taking killing spree on Atlas right here in the mid lane. But still the Lord on bot lane still buying. Maybe it's gonna get more waves in just 7 seconds, but no, it dies right away, and it's still gonna be a chance for Itami to maybe have some kind of more time to get back to the match.
But the point is that they need quite a bit, right? I want to see the items right now and see where Walsh Winchester is in terms of what he's building. You do need that BOD as quickly as possible, and considering there's a Brody, Paquito, as well as a Suyu on the other side, you also need that Wind of Nature. regardless of how good positioning your is, you will have to make sure that you kind of keep that gap in from those three people. And if not, if they reach you, you've got that wind of nature ready. That will eventually delay his even more power spike somewhere around to maybe 13th minute mark in this game.
Well, we can see already that Manticore taking like positions on the map, uh, all over the map, looking that, like they kind of choking the map. That's what I'm saying. Like choking the map, not giving chances for it. I mean, we can see already Hylos ulti on Sui right away, but I think it's too much. I mean, who is so far to catch? But look, already on Murzilka, maybe he's giving Itami the chance to come back on the match. Already Lin, but we can see already Lapo is taking down Sui while Sui is getting back to the push that he already knows. And Katita is taking go down. I feel like Manticore are just killing themselves right now. Look at even Murzilka. Murzilka is using the flicker to try to give back. Walls Winchester is trying to run from 40. Unicorn. Unicorn takes him down. I mean, Manticore. 3 players of Manticore are dead right now. And I feel they just went to get killed for real. Like, I felt they didn't really have a plan.
Yeah, it seems they did not. Bit of an awkward moment here as well again. Lin picks up the endless battle, should have a decent amount of damage right now. Shishenji trying to pressurize the far lane onto that Kadita, obviously, because you've got that pick off potential. Up on the other side, that's where we are in top lane, where we will see that Lord Dance start, or at least they can try and take those aggressive positionings in the bush.
We can see already Katita on the bot lane. She's camping, maybe trying to get a kill on Paquito. And really interesting what is Manticore doing right here. They're trying just to dance the Lord here, but I'm really looking forward to what's gonna Itami do, because now they have the same gap on the goal.
That's the tough thing. Oh, it's all about positioning right now. Whoever positions better should eventually have an advantage, and Murzilka might have been caught out there though. Is a-okay for now. Shishenji, his positioning is going to be the key. If he actually gets a petrify on Love, then he's going to be obliterated in a second.
Well, we can see already Asu is trying to go for the Lord. Maybe Murzilka is clearing the mid lane, but I don't know why Manticore are really going for dancing the Lord, because I feel that the wave on the bot lane is not going for Manticore at all. It's actually going for, or no, it's actually going for Manticore, yes, but now they're trying to burst the Lord. Titan is going in, Sonic 2 man. Already the Unicorn and also Atlas ulting nobody, and already Love is getting also a kill on Lemort and getting bad with the Queen of Wings. Wells Winchester with the second skill trying to get back and trying to flicker as well from Murzilka, and still Unicorn trying to chase him. Look at the damage that Walls Winchester did on Unicorn, made him come back right away. But even though Itami, 4 players of them died, still Itami with Walls Winchester help maybe is the only hope for Itami to maybe come back to the match, or maybe give them chance to.
Difficult. Big wave out there up top. A couple of cannon minions as well. And this man is on a clean. Now the best one out as the crystals being targeted. They do see the rest of the people hopping in. A massive disconnect in between the players of Manticore as they lose Love. But they could have ended the game, and they decided to move back. Massive blunder from Manticore, which gives a huge lifeline to Itami.
I mean, definitely amazing defense by Itami, especially by Wolves Winchester performance on that kind of defense. But I mean, he's gonna wake up as well, respawn in 5 seconds for, and will Manticore use that Lord really to end the game, or will Itami buy more time here? Ooh. Okay, I mean, Shinjui is trying to get the kill on 40 right here. It was really close for him. Maybe he's gonna get killed, but he runs away with the petrify. But as I said, do you think that Itami can have a chance to defend?
They do have a lot of resources to actually go for it right now, but the question is, can they defend while saving their inhibitors? That's kind of the main thing. Oh, lovely fatal links right into the Mystic Gush as well. The Berlin will be able to survive. Zayak not sharing the same fate. Landshaker up on the face for the Raging Slash, trying to catch all of them. But there we go. You instantly shut him down. Rough face to try and get a trade, but is it going to be enough? Is the main question. Bot inhibitor taken down. 1 minute to work with. The accident want to go for the kill, and finally will win the game by taking the crystal as Manticore will move forward, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, another win here for Manticore. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be like last times, but in the end, the win, the W still goes for Manticore. Amazing performance by them. They did absolutely perfect. But for Itami, I mean, I can see Walls Manchester actually. He did actually good job. I mean, the damage from the Clint was always annoying and always hurting. To be honest, I wanna also like just know like when is gonna be the Itami chance to get back to the match and not just get back to the match. I mean, get back of winning because I feel they're having really hard time getting back on the track now.
Yeah, I absolutely love the way how it eventually went down, right? You clearly saw Manticore having that perfect idea of how they wanted to play and how they needed to move forward in that game. Pretty solid play with the fatal links every single time we were seeing that happen. On the other side of the spectrum, the win condition was clean. You
Mm-hmm.
had to see Winchester play pretty perfect game in order for the team to have that advantage. And he tried to do that. He was constantly positioning himself so very well just to make sure that the other side cannot really reach him. But at the end of the day, it just was not enough. That play, man, that last Fatal Links play, pulling the people into the Mystic Gush, eventually closed the entire thing out. So yes, a really, really solid play coming in from their side. Mio, man, it
Mm-hmm.
was pretty fun to be on this desk with you. And a huge shout out to ESEL for making this all possible, ladies and gentlemen. We all were watching the Unbroken UA, an amazing day that we had today. Yet another one. This time we saw all the 4 matches up in front of us. It all kicked things off with who other than Boars Gaming taking on you next, where we did see a pretty back and forth game, eventually moving up. Boars Gaming closed that one out. Boars Gaming F went on against the spree with Boars Valkyries, the Boars Derby that we always say. Boars Gaming F, the team of Luvia, Tori, and the rest of the members, eventually winning that one out as well. Mio, talk to me about the Falcons and FUT game.
Well, a match from MWI, a leaked match from MWI that we saw amazing performance by both teams. You didn't know who's gonna win in the end. This team takes a lord. This team takes a lord after. It was really hard to know who's gonna be the winner of that match. But in the end, Falcons with the experience they have showing up that they're not gonna give them another win, and they just got the revenge back by also
Yeah.
the performance of the Quad with the Flipper OT crazy stuff that he did on that game. So
True.
amazing performance by Nucci with the MVP that she got and I. But I think on last game, man, I think you can tell me already how much also. I mean, Dami, yes, like obviously they got better with Wolves Winchester, but in the end, it's happened. What happened is like it's a losing game, sadly.
Yeah, a little bit of tough for Itami out on the other side though. They did put up a good fight, which was still not enough. Manticore just had too much of a snowball effect going in for them and eventually close out that game. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the summary of the evening.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Unbroken UA, and also huge shout out to ESEL one more time. Make sure you follow all of their socials so that you are updated with every single event that's been happening, and maybe if you're lucky enough, you think that you can take on these teams, you can also hop in and participate in these events. It's possible that you might be the next champion out here. Make sure you follow Mio as well as me, Scared Yet, all on our socials as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Join the Discord for more action, more fun. We'll catch you guys on the next day of Unbroken UA, which is tomorrow. So don't go anywhere. Tune in tomorrow, same time. We're signing off. Good night.